The second fact we should keep in mind is that death is a punishment for sin. We die because of the sin committed by our first parent, Adam and Eve. If we read Genesis chapter 2 verse 17, Genesis chapter 2 verse 17, we read that God instructed Adam and Eve. This is what God said. The Lord gave the man this order: you are free to eat from any of the trees of the garden, except the tree of knowledge of good and evil. From that tree you shall not eat. When you eat from it, you shall die. And so that is the first point, the second point about death. That death is a punishment due to sin. Genesis chapter 2, verse 17. The third fact about death which we should consider is this: that death is the moment upon which your eternity depends. Death is the moment upon which your eternity depends. Meaning that the moment you die, it is two things. Either you are in heaven or in hell. When you die, there is nothing like a second chance. When you die, God is judging you based on what you have done on this earth. So the third point you should always remember about death is this: that death is the moment upon which your eternity, my eternity, depends. Number 4, no one is certain, and I repeat, no one is certain about the time and circumstance of death. Nobody can determine the time, the day, the week, the month, or the year he or she will die. And nobody can also determine the circumstance of his death. So can I say that maybe I'll die in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening? Death is this: that nobody is certain about the time and the circumstance of death. If you read Luke chapter 12 verse 40, Luke chapter 12 verse 40 says, you must always be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an unexpected hour. You must always be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an unexpected hour. So from this text, we know that, look, nobody can determine the time and the circumstance of his or her death. Because at an hour that nobody expects, God can take your life away from you. And so the first thing we should remember is death. So the 4 last things: death, judgment, heaven, and hell. We've spoken about death. We said that death is the dissolution of the union between the body and the soul. We said that death is the moment upon which your eternity depends. We also said that death is a punishment for sin. And the last point is, no one is certain about the time and circumstance of his or her death.